Hey, what's up, Big Nation? This is David Labby with Big Man Fitness. I'm coming to you today on May 19th. It's Friday, May 19th, 2017, and I'm excited. So today I got my workout in. I got my massage. I'm going to be going back to the gym tonight to do another massage and another quick workout. Today I'm doing a split routine where I go in and I do half my workout and then I go in and do the other half of my workout later. Also, it's helping to keep me off my foot and my ankle and stuff. I'm finding out that the Hydra massage is definitely helping a ton. It is making a huge difference, and I'm highly recommending anybody to go and try like maybe one of those electric vibrating massages. I would not recommend any type of pressure massages, anything that squeezes or anything like that, specifically because that can push and potentially damage the tendons. And I'm afraid of doing anything like that. But this is more of like a consistent oscillating pressure, so it's a lot better. And I'm telling you, it has made a huge difference. I can actually walk without my brace, although I'm only doing it intermittently. So that way, I'm doing it off and on because I'll take my boot off for a while. So that way, one, I let my leg breathe for a little while, and two, it allows me to exercise my foot for a little bit, let it kind of stretch a little bit, and I want to help in its recovery because I don't want it to atrophy too much. So it was a severe sprain. It can take a few weeks for it, but it's only been 2 weeks exactly since I really hurt my ankle since I woke up, because it was 2 weeks ago on Thursday when I woke up and I really was in a lot of pain. I technically did it that Tuesday, but it's been like 2 weeks and 3 days. Anyway, but in the past 4 days alone, since I've been going back to the gym and using the Hydra massage consistently, I've seen some dramatic improvements just by using that massage table thing. And I'm not affiliated with anything or anything like that. I want to make sure, because people always say, "Oh, he's talking about something. There's got to be money involved." It helped me. I hope it helps somebody else out there. So if you have a sprain, or if you have a muscle injury or something like that, if you have any type of injury, I highly recommend getting a Hydra massage or some sort of massage from a vibrating table or something like that to help increase the blood flow. It helps push nutrients into the mitochondria. It helps do a lot of things. Also, I recommend doing breathing exercises when you're doing that to help with oxygen saturation. I breathe while I'm doing the Hydra massage, and I kind of meditate. I'm not any type of yogic guru or anything like that, but I do meditate, and I do breathing exercises to help with my recovery. I'm in desperate need of a shave. I'll probably be doing that in another week. Yeah, I'm getting scruffy. Call me Scruffy McScruff. So, I know, I'm a goober. All right, so let's talk about how I'm feeling physiologically, emotionally, and mentally. I'm going to do this real quick. So I would have to say physiologically, I'm probably like a 7 now. I will say 6.5 to 7 because the ankle is still injured. I still have to wear the boot. I'm not 100%. But cardiovascular-wise and everything like that, energy-wise, physiologically, I feel great. Mentally, energy-wise, I feel very good. I'm probably definitely like an 8. When it comes to emotionally, I have been very stable all day today. No major emotional spikes or depressions or anything like that. Any of you who are just watching this now are probably like, why is he talking about emotions? This is about fat loss. When you are going through extreme weight loss, people don't talk about the hormonal changes that happen when you're going through extreme weight loss. I used to be 408 pounds. Then I was 355 pounds. But then I went from 355 pounds to 305 pounds. I dropped 51 pounds really quickly, really fast, within 5 weeks. That can really cause some upheavals emotionally and for hormonally, and it took a while for my body to acclimate. Also, I ended up, I was still eating the right foods. That's one thing I'm really, really adamant about. I was eating the right foods. I wasn't eating the proper quantity though. I was overeating slightly, which is which is part of the problem. And also, I was not consistent with my cardio. Remember, if you're not consistent with one thing, it can cause a lot of different issues when you're trying to lose weight. And also, I think a lot of it also had to do with me. It was a lot of water weight. So now I think that my body's finally caught up. I finally started dropping again on the scale. I'm dropping consistently each week, even though it's very slowly, but I am dropping still. And I think that now that I'm at a more moderate pace instead of going like super fast, being at a more moderate pace is working out for the hormonal. My body's more acclimated. It can adjust properly to the changes. It's making a very huge difference for me personally, and a big huge difference in my life. They say slow and steady wins the race. I fully support that. I fully think that everybody doing weight loss slowly, if you're losing a pound or two a week, you're doing great. You're doing absolutely great. If you're losing 5 pounds, okay. Some people are like, oh, that's really too fast. I lost 20 pounds my first week when I did my fast. I lost 10 pounds the next week. Then I lost, and I was drinking 2 gallons of water a day. I was flushing things through my system fast, right? And people are like, how did you drink 2 gallons of water a day? I can drink 32 ounces of water at a time, right? And also, you go pee a lot. Let's just be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna pull any punches. And if people are like, oh, he said pee, whatever, guys, come on, we're adults. I've had some people make some comments to me about like, hey, why did you say this way? Well, one, I want to be serious on here. I want to be serious with you guys, and I want to portray some of the more functional aspects of this diet and more functionality. But this is more about my journey. I'm not here to teach anybody. This is more about inspiration at this time. I am going to be doing tutorial videos about everything, what ketosis is and what my diet plan is and everything like that. But right now, like as I'm going through it, right? And as I'm working on my job, I'm working on my business, I'm working with my family, I'm doing a lot of different things. I can only do so many things at once. And me working on the journey and tracking the journey is extremely important to me, along with helping some of you guys. And if I can throw in some nuggets out there of knowledge, all the better. But and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I don't mind having a conversation. I just right now creating to me, if I was to create something that to help you guys, I would want to make sure that I was doing it properly and not being like some of these guys, like these videos. I pretty much just make these videos. They're raw, they're unedited. The most that I'm probably going to go back and do is just cut out the uhs and ahs, and sometimes when I look away from the camera and I go that's a part of life. It's a part of a natural conversation, because I imagine myself talking with you guys, and I talk to you guys like I would talk to one of my best friends, why. Something that one of my mentors said to me is when you're trying to convey a message, or you're trying to teach somebody something, or you're talking about something important, imagine that you're talking to one of the most important people in your life, and that's something that's kind of stuck with me my entire life. So I just pretend that I'm talking to one of my brothers, and hopefully this message comes out to one of you guys and it will help you. Right now, I'm talking about, I've my best friend just asked me to work with. I talked with him and I said, hey, how's everything going? Because he's on his own journey. And him and I have been talking, and he's been asking me questions and stuff. And finally, him and I spoke, and I asked him if he wouldn't mind if I created a plan for him and everything, and he was totally cool with it. He's excited about it. He's like, yeah, definitely, because he's extremely knowledgeable, especially when it comes to, primary nutrition, like and everything, and also when it comes to exercise, because he's been doing the same thing as I have when it comes to working out and stuff. Him and I used to go and work out all the time together. We used to go to the same gym, and he's very knowledgeable in that area of fitness. But life gets away from us, and we lose track of our fitness, and then we end up blowing up. And I know it all too well. And I hope, so right now I'm doing my best to make something for him that I know would work for him and also would be functional for him, because, he works, he has a slightly physically demanding job. It's not like a super physically demanding job, but, it's definitely something that, he has to get up and walk around. So, it's not like he can be on a caloric deficit of like 500 calories to 1,000 calories a day. That's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, you can do that temporarily. If you do like a cleanse, I consider those things like cleansing or fasting, where somebody has 500 to 1,000 calories a day, and you can do that for like 3 to 7 days. That is okay if you want to do that for a short duration of time. But after that, you can end up doing things hormonally to your body that can actually slow down your progress. So that's what I'm working on right now, is helping him, setting up a plan for him, and also getting my plan. Every day I'm reassessing and trying to write things down, and the biggest thing that I'm getting ready for this week is prepping for next week. And if you set yourself up beforehand, a little bit of prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance, right? So getting things, doing a little bit more work beforehand will take out a ton of work later on. So getting my plan ready, getting my diet ready, getting my food ready, getting my schedule ready, getting everything in place is going to set me up so that way I know, okay, if A happens, I have B in place. If C happens, I have D, E, and F in place. If I get hungry, I know to drink more water. I will have my lemon water available. I know that I can wait out until, and having my meal plans, laid out, knowing that I'm going to have my bulletproof coffee at 12, have my bone broth at 12:30, have my first meal at 2 o'clock, have my last meal at 7:30, so that way the last piece of food that's going into my mouth is at 8 o'clock. And then I'm just having water for the rest of the day. I start off at 6 a.m. in the morning. I have 32 ounces of water then. Every 2 hours after that, depending on when I'm having my meals and everything, I'm drinking 32 ounces as well with that. So having everything in place sets you up for success. And I'm trying to do the same thing for my buddy. Have it all written down, because I'm creating it for him, because I want him to be as successful as possible. Dude, I want my best friend to be with me until like I'm 80, till I'm 100. Guys, I want to live till I'm 100 years old. This isn't about like biohacking every little bit and being cyborgs or anything like that. To be able to live until you're 100 years old, but like I want to give myself a high quality of life. Even if I don't live till I'm 100, I want to be as high quality of life as possible. There are 3 people that I know of that are close to 100 years old. I don't know them personally, but I know of them by reputation, who are yoga masters, bodybuilders, and an athlete, right? And they're in their 90s, and they're healthier than most 50-year-olds I know. Personally. Like, that's crazy. Right now there's this thing going viral with this lady that's 98 years old who's a yoga instructor, and she's vibrant, she's lively, she was doing some sort of crazy pose. I forget what it was. Where she's like on her shoulders and lifting her legs up, and like by using her shoulder muscles, and it was kind of insane. And I'm like, you're older than my grandmother. And you're yoga, you're doing that. That's pretty insane. That's pretty epic. So I can only hope that I'm as lucid and have the mental acuity that she does, and also the physicality, being able to be that healthy, later on in life. So that's why I'm losing the weight now. I want to, I want to give myself the best opportunity for a healthy life, for me, my wife, my friends, my family, and I'm hoping that I paved the way. I mean, I went from being the worst of the worst, the guy that ate an entire pizza by himself, thinking, because it was a challenge, to now being like, no, my challenge is how many push-ups can I do? My challenge is, finishing a 5K. What's my next challenge? Finishing a 10K. That's my next challenge is technically finishing a 5K in under the amount of time. I would like to be able to finish a 5K eventually. I would like to be able to finish a 5K in under a half hour. I think shaving 7 minutes off would be a huge feat for me, because that would be, just about like less than a 10-minute mile, because it's 3.1 miles. If I finish a 5K in 30 minutes, then I completed 3.1 miles in 30 minutes. So that's less than 10 minutes a mile, which would be epic to me. I mean, like, that would be monumental. 37 minutes was mind-blowing for me right now, considering how big I am. But with the ankle and everything like that, I'm taking it slow. I'm not pushing myself. I want to make sure that I'm okay. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for everything that you guys do. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the well wishes, the love that you guys send me. Please send your comments, send your questions, hit the like button if you like the video, if you find value in it. I would love the support. If you want to, subscribe to my channel. Check out, I'm going to be, check out my journey. I'm going to be doing more videos on what nutrition is, what ketosis is. I mean, this is stuff that, I am not a doctor. I am not the next, I want to say Tony Horton or anything like that. I'm not a nutritionist, but this is something that I'm passionate about. It's been something that I've been studying for many years, and I hope that I can help somebody else out there that was in the same boat that I was, because there was a video like this that helped change my life, that put me on the path of saying, hey, one step, one bite, one rep at a time. That's it. Taking it one moment to moment, day by day, and you will succeed. If you have a setback, that's in the past. Move forward. And that's what I'm doing. I am moving forward. So God bless, guys. Thank you so much. Be informed, stay motivated, live big.